Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Bonkekook here, aka the Lonely Achievement Guide, continuing our achievement guide for Train Station Renovation. We are about halfway through here, and as you can see, we're heading on to the Highland tunnel level. There isn't too much to worry about on this level, but it is relatively long. I do want to warn you, I have already attempted to record this twice. I have had objects fall through the floor twice. So this will be my third attempt at recording everything for you. Right off the bat, though, we need to remove the tree blocking the track. We're not going to do that quite yet. Head over to the left here and build a segregated bin. And then we're going to head over this direction. And when you get here, you're going to need to move this tree stump a little bit over, and then you can build a mixed bin here. Go ahead and grab that tree and drop it into the bin. Now we need to move the rocks off of the track here. Just kind of be cautious when you're moving the tree so that you don't fling any of the rocks anywhere, and then feel free to empty the bin, because those first couple items, the rocks and the tree that you put in, are fairly large. And as you can see, money is not really an option. So those two are done, and we're going to head towards into the tunnel here. What I recommend doing is I tend to start on one end and then follow the sidewalk here, or whatever it is called, I do not know, and work on getting all the items. If there's any items that I can't pick up, I'll destroy them, or if there's something I can't destroy, I'll throw it into the center here. Like that. Once we get over here, we're going to just pick up some of this stuff. We're not going to worry about cleaning out the rooms yet. I just wanted to head over this direction to get the objective done. So go ahead and enter into the room, and on the left here, just like in some of the other levels, insert the fuses into the fuse box, and then pull the lever. The final objective is for picking the mushrooms that grow in front of the tunnel. There are a couple of those, so we're going to head all the way back over here. There's one right here. Just double checking. So, yep, there it is. One there. There's one right here. There are two back here. And then there's one up this direction. And this is kind of the only area you might miss. And since you have to come up here for a mushroom, you're not going to really miss it. But there are all of the tasks completed here, ladies and gents. And now you just have to go through and pick everything up. So what I recommend doing is, since we're up in this direction, we're going to focus on getting this fixed. Well, what we're going to do is just throw all the items down the hill over there towards our bin that we built. Again, feel free to be liberal with the use of your scan. There is no penalty for using your scan as often as you can. And just like before, continue making sure that the colors of the items are destroyable if you destroy them, or if they're, as this barrel is yellow, We need to keep sorting them until we get the achievement for sorting 400 items properly. Okay, so once you do that, just back off, make sure you got all your items. And we're good to go. We got that little section taken care of. We're going to do that. We do need to go inside of the train cart, but for now we're not going to worry about that. And things are probably going to get relatively quiet from this point on. This is a relatively long level, but again, it's not overly difficult. It just... there's a lot to... there's just a lot to sort. It's very long. Again, these cardboard houses, don't be too frustrated if you can't get them into the bins. Feel free to just destroy them if you're having trouble. A couple of items is not going to make that big of a difference. And we'll just continue making our way around everything and picking up all of the trash. The rest of the level is relatively straightforward. You can, of course, continue following along exactly with what I do if you would desire to do that, but it's not really necessary from this point on. Everything else is relatively easy to figure out. There's a couple of rooms in the tunnel, like the one with the fuse box, that we need to clear out and furnish, but other than that, things are relatively straightforward from here. Just so we don't risk dropping any of these items, we're going to pick up as many as we can. And again, I already know which items are sortable, so make sure you're being aware of that if you do go solo on your own, so that you're not incorrectly segregating your colored bags and items. That achievement is very rude, so make sure you're focusing on that. Otherwise, you will have a lot of grinding to do at the end. There is one barrel up at the top of the hill. Well, not the top, but on the way up the hill. But I don't believe there is anything else up there, so. Get the barrel in and go ahead and get your wrench out, because we have a couple of stair steps here to fix, if I remember correctly. And then we'll try to head on inside. And just again, do your best to figure out all the things. You need chairs, you'll need windows, you'll need the shelving up above the windows. You'll have to fix all of that on your way through. Also looking out for any items on the ground. I tend to focus on the chairs and the shelves first and worry about the windows in a final pass. Okay, we'll do a quick scan just to make sure there's nothing left in here. The only thing we had was that one bag fell out. And I think that's the only thing that's showing up on our scans. So we'll jump out and grab that. And we're good to go. That should be everything outside of the tunnel. So what I recommend doing is continuing along the path we had started before. Just wandering, keep an eye on the left side, or on the side of the walkway here, just so that if there's any ivy you missed, you can take care of it. And once you get back to the room you were at, feel free to go inside and work on the room. Any items that need to be segregated or can't be just picked up, I toss out into the middle of the tracks. Yeah, there we go. There's our first star. That's trash. Okay, that room is cleared out, and we're just going to continue along. Again, just kind of hop off the edge if you can. Keep an eye on if there are any ivy growing. You will have a couple of these little recesses here. Usually have some graffiti on the wall inside of them. Just make sure you grab all of them. And I do still wish that we had a higher turn sensitivity, but we do not. We just run along the side until it tells us to go back. What we're going to do here now is we're going to build another mixed bin here and a segregated bin over here. Once we clear the perimeter. Unfortunately, there's not really any optimal way to sort the tunnel items. They're just all over the place. So what we're going to do for now is we're going to head back to the beginning over here, and we're going to work on the right walkway, doing the same thing we did on the other side. Just keep scanning and keeping an eye out for any items that light up on your way through. That looks like an item, but I think it's just grass clipping through the floor, so don't worry about it. Destroy anything you can, flip everything you can't to the center, and when you get to this area here, this is the other main area of the tunnel. There's a couple of different rooms on this end. We got some candles, I believe. No, wait, they're on that table over there. So this is just a graffiti to clean up. But these rooms are where my recordings have failed each time, so be cautious. Unfortunately, what has happened is that I've been getting items, the item bags popping up, and what happens is the bags have popped up like in a corner here in between items, and the game can't handle that, so the bag just gets flung down into the ground and disappears forever. There's not a whole lot in this lower area here. Is that graffiti? Yeah, it didn't light up. Once you get this room done, we're going to head into this back room. I'm going to get everything off the floor. This item particularly has caused a bag to spawn into the wall, so I do recommend keeping an eye on your bars in the bottom left. If you are close to getting a bag, you might want to avoid picking up some of the items on the floor in this room, just so that they don't do what has happened to me and they wind up spawning a bag that disappears into the abyss. It really is just a matter of poor timing if that happens to you, unfortunately. I think that's everything in here, but the scan is picking up things from the bathroom. So we may return to this room just to be sure. And now we just got a lot of things to destroy in here. Honestly, always kind of my favorite room to destroy. make sure you're grabbing all the items when they appear. Get the bags flung out into the hallway there. We're just going to run another quick scan to make sure we grabbed everything. Nothing else was popping up, so I'm pretty sure we were just scanning a couple of the items from the bathroom. And we're going to continue along this right side here. Again, that's all I really recommend doing for the time being. And then we'll have the rigorous and boring process of having to sort everything in the middle. But it will help keep you a little organized, so this is how I recommend doing it. Obviously, you can do things however you like. Okay, I think that's everything. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to start destroying things and working our way back down. There are a ton of pallets back here that we can just destroy. Once you have all of that, we just need to start bringing the stuff to the bins. Feel free to just, do what I did there if there's anything you find that needs to be sorted. I also kind of recommend avoiding the railroad tracks because if you try to run on them, the game gets very jumpy. I don't mind that they put it in the game, it's just a little unnerving. I've never been someone who gets motion sick from playing video games. There's only been one or two that have ever done that to me, and running along the railroad tracks with something in my hands is uncomfortable. I'm not going to say it got me sick, but I try to avoid it as much as I can. And again, as tempting as it would be to just destroy some of these colorful items, instead of having to run and sort them properly, that 400 items achievement is very frustrating, so I highly recommend sticking to your methods. Again, just do a couple of scans, make sure that you've cleared everything up. Looks like we're good, so we're going to continue working our way back. Oh, that's a blue bag. Almost went the wrong direction. Yeah, at this point, there's not a whole lot I can say to you guys and gals. Just keep going back and forth, grabbing all the items, dropping them in the correct bins. We do have a couple of rails there, as you can see, that we're going to need to repair, but for the most part, it is quite literally just a matter of we've going back and forth, bringing trash to the trash and bringing the sortables to the sortable bin. I do apologize for this, and it's something I should have taken care of earlier, but I have noticed when uploading my videos, I've been getting copyright claims for the music. So I'm going to turn off the music from this point on. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do about the videos I've already recorded, and probably this one. I'll probably get a claim on this as well, but I'm not going to re-record all of these levels again, so just going to have to deal with it. I'm not popular enough to monetize anything yet anyways. Although, someday, that is the goal. And if that happens, I may have to come back and re-record all of this. Yeah, as you can see, there's just not a great method to sorting all this stuff down in the tunnel here. Kinda sucks that I have to turn the music off because background noise is very boring. I'm not gonna say that the music is great, but it's something that was going on in the background. Okay. So we should just have this little box, which of course got us a bag. And then we're gonna fix those, gosh, rails back here. And with the rails done, we can take care of the loose boards. That's all of that done. So we can return down to this section now, and now we need to do the same thing between the entrance. That was weird. Just run all the items back and forth between the two bins. There are a couple of smaller items on the ground on this section, so feel free to jump up onto the walkway to avoid running into them if you need to. And again, the bigger items like that, don't feel bad if you have trouble getting them in. One or two items being, thrown into the wrong bin is not going to affect you too much. If you're struggling to get any of the larger items into the segregated bins, just, feel free to throw it in a trash bin and move on. Don't spend too much time worrying about it. We're almost there, ladies and gents. Well, that was interesting. We'll try to be a little more gentle that time. Let's head on through here. Just being cautious again. That might be it for us, ladies and gents. Now, again, in the bottom there, it says we're only at 99%, but that doesn't necessarily mean we can't finish the level. There may be another item sitting around somewhere. There might be something that fell through the floor. If it's just a small item, there it is, hopefully. There we go. If it's a small item, there may be nothing to worry about. Although the percentage didn't go away, so that makes me think there's still one other small item somewhere. But we're just going to ignore it for now. We're going to go to decorate now. So we need to get 2 decorations. So we're going to get the 2 dipsis. We need a trash can. And we need electronic equipment. So we'll go ahead and place all of those. We're going to do a quick scan. And then we need to run over here. And we're going to need to furnish this little area. So we need a trash can, a decoration, and a ton of electronic equipment. We head into this back room. And there you are, ladies and gents. The level is 100% complete. Go ahead and hit the finish. 36 minutes or so, not bad at all. You could probably get it done a little bit faster than I did. But that's a pretty good estimate for where you'll be. There's the achievement for 100%ing the Highland Tunnel. And the achievement for finishing and completing the Highland Tunnel. So there you are, ladies and gents, another level down. I will return to you in our continuing achievement guide coverage of Train Station Renovation with the next level in the career mode, which is the scary one. It's not that scary, but I like it. It's very dark and dreary. The Farmley level. So we'll return to you with that one next time, ladies and gents. As always, if you have any questions or comments for me, let me know down below. But if not, I will see you guys next time.